Hey, Sojo, it's hard for me to say this theologically, but I think we can all get down with this idea that Sojo is a church, but more than a church, we're a community with a cause. And I truly feel that in the 1 year that God has given us ministry, and I want you to think about that, like literally, we had 1 year anniversary in our school and then we got shut down. But in the 1 year that we were able to do ministry as a public gathering, I feel like our cause was to help people. And I feel like we did a really good job with that. To help people to discover life, discover peace, and discover purpose. And despite this recent COVID-19, the crisis that we seem to find ourselves in, here's one thing that I know. That we're not dead, so we're not done. And that God has still have ministry for us, but, there's always a but, and here's the but for us. We find ourselves homeless. And one thing that I take complete and utter solace is this one verse that Jesus tells us in Matthew 16. And he comes to Peter and he says, on this statement, on this confession, I will build my church, that Jesus is Lord, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And the one thing that I find myself as I read the scriptures over and over and over, and I hope you find this to be true as well as we read the scriptures together, is that God is faithful, is being faithful, and forever, ever will be faithful. And as we enter into a brand new, different, new normal, whatever the word that you want to say, season of our church, I am calling us to a season of prayer. Because we find ourselves homeless as a church. We're a church without a home. Now, I know that if you go back and you say, this is the church, this is the steeple, look inside here, all the people, I get that. But we need a space to call our own. And what I'm believing God for is in the next 30 days that two things will happen. That our Sojo people will begin to pray and will unite around one common vision. And that common vision is, Lord, help us to find a home base to do ministry out of. So I'm asking each and every one of us to spend the next 30 days in prayer. And I'm asking you that, would you sign the commitment below to say, yes, I will pray. I will pray, and then I will prepare my heart for what God wants to do over the next 30 days as we look to where He is going to provide. Here's what I know. I'm like, literally, here is what I know. That God has already provided a home for us. He is just awaiting for us to discover where that is and what it's going to take to get there. Again, He has already prepared in advance a place for us to go to. Our challenge in this season is to prepare our hearts to understand where that is and what it's going to take to get there. So would you join me for the next 30 days, praying, planning, and preparing for this new place that God has for us? Peace out, Sojo. It's going to be an exciting ride. That's all I got to say.